From your homework? No.
It's my kind of kid. Let's get out of homework.
Look at that. He wants a break. I'll allow it.
Oh, you're corrupt.
No. Oh, there we go. All right. I was pressing the wrong button.
That's an awesome green
well.
screen.
Hey, look at that.
You like it? It's super green.
I love it.
I don't know how to
Welcome
use it
in,
on this
Sean.
thing, but you know.
Welcome. And welcome everybody to another East County Voices show. All right, y'all. Well, what is going on tonight?
So I want to know, did anybody go to the police oversight commission meeting?
I did.
Was it exciting?
Same old. The exciting part. What was the most exciting part was a little bit of community presence.
Oh, nice. People showed up.
Yeah, and what I realized is, like, I haven't showed up for quite some time, to be honest. But I'm glad that I did, because I had to get something off my chest. And so,
yeah.
Pretty much, we'll do community updates. Yeah, we'll do our community updates. We'll do the police oversight commission.
So can I give a really funny community update?
Yes, we love funnies.
Okay. Sorry if I start coughing like I'm squealing like I ate a squirrel. Not putting my mask on.
You're fine.
Anyhow, so my new community that I'm in is my husband is now a singer in a band with my brother, and I have been going to lots of musical events around the Bay Area recently. And I went to an event at the Emporium in Brentwood, which I believe counts as East County, to see my friend Max's band. And Max and his dad, John, ran the Drama Factory for years and years. And now they put on a barbecue every year with lowriders and music. But the part that killed me was that this place is called the Emporium. It's like this funky little like bar on the corner of Brentwood that I feel like it gets handed over from thing to place. But that place has got like crap going on. They've got like ladies' night with like shirtless cowboys, and they have comedy, and they have local music. But the part that's killing me is I'm like, close to 50, and Black Flag was like a big deal when I was like in my youth. And they're going to be playing there. And I'm just like, I feel like a little kid. I'm like, oh my God, I got to go. So if you're into punk bands and you remember Black Flag, they're playing in January at the Emporium in Brentwood. There's my funny announcement for you.
That's fun, not funny.
Yeah, it's fun. I feel like I'm like, somewhere between like 17 and 21 again.
17 was one of my best years. 17.
It's my favorite year too. 17, and I liked 27 also, but that's when I left my ex-husband.
Yeah, 17. We were partying for sure out here. It was the hyphy era for me. The hyphy era.
And what happened in the hyphy era? I feel like I missed it.
Oh, let me tell you about the hyphy era. Okay, so hyphy comes from the word hyper. Hyphy, energized, excited, real, expressive. So during this hyphy era, there was a lot of hyphy music that was like dun 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 dun, dun, and it was just
it was music with a lot of beat that like made you move all the time.
Yeah, like to the point where we would open our cars, step outside and dance, go to the gas station, dance, and we would just do little.
Oh, I remember seeing that and thinking people were weird.
I'm sorry. We did it all around Hillcrest, 2006, 2007, and then I left to the military. Super hyphy, fearless.
Oh my goodness. You
So,
left to the military when I was just finishing having babies.
Oh, 2000.
In my giant family of 5.
That's beautiful.
What were you doing in 2006 and 2007, Carlos?
Dang, I don't even remember. I think I was still bouncing.
Oh, at clubs?
Yeah, in Stockton.
Did you know about the high fee?
Oh yeah.
You remember?
Where the hell was
I? Long live Mac Dre.
Yes.
Yeah,
So many artists that led that movement. Mac Dre, the Jacka, Mr. Fab.
I remember Mr. Fab.
Big community advocate for his people in Oakland and across the Bay Area.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I knew him, because I was working in Oakland at the time. Was I working in Oakland? No, I was working in Oakland in 2001.
Dang, 2001. Yeah, I remember that year. That was 9/11 year.
But I like it that we're having a little bit of nightlife out here for a change. We've got that little club thing going on. We've got poetry with Cordon's Concepts. Don't forget that we have karaoke on Friday nights at La Pozuela.
Oh my gosh, I have to make it there one of these nights. I will.
Yeah, I like to go sit there and just watch. It's so fun.
We got
and
if you can't wait till Friday, we got tailgaters on Wednesday.
Oh, what happens there? What happens at tailgaters on Wednesday?
Ooh, hold on.
Ooh, you know what? I'm digging this because it's dark and depressing, and these are not depressing things.
Yeah,
right.
We have to
that you can do in the dark. That's fun. Now that we don't have a movie theater.
Oh, bummer.
It's Thanksgiving karaoke.
Ooh, do we get to sing songs? Okay, so Wednesday, is that where we're going? Patty looks like she's a singer.
November 27th at 8:30. I'll be in bed.
All right, let's go back to our regularly scheduled program. I had to throw in some fun. Sorry, guys.
I have some good news.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
We celebrated our community facing homelessness in Antioch. Did a turkey dinner, and Carlos and I went out for a little bit to support one of my girlfriends from middle school, and we fed the houseless community. It was beautiful.
How did your turkey turn out?
Fall off the bone.
That was good.
You liked it?
Did you cook it? Did you cook it breast side down?
Good. Yes, indeed. Yes.
Yay. That's like the one thing I know how to cook is a turkey.
This was my first time
right?
By myself.
You could come cook it at my house this year and let me sleep in if you want.
Oh,
I'd be okay with that.
I got you. I'm down. I love to cook.
I got my herb packet, my specialized herb packet being delivered.
Thaw that thing out. I got you, Mary.
I sold mine.
All right. Oh, you did? All of them?
I sold out on
Show
mine.
me how big. Is that the 16 ounce?
No, this is the big
Wait. You sold out and didn't sell me one?
I had both these filled out. You hit up Brianna. She's got them all.
Oh, Brianna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find her at Friday night at karaoke.
Yeah. Hit her up. I made her a bunch of them. And then I had Nene called and she was like, we're out of seasoning and I'm using the last
you can't be without seasoning.
Yeah.
Tell them what the seasoning is, Carlos.
The Lumpaco seasoning?
Yeah. Tell them first of all, why is it called Lumpaco? What's a Lumpaco?
Initially it was just for I make a lumpia taco called a Lumpaco. And that was just for my chicken. And you put it all on it and you bake it, and then when you take it out, just shred it up, and then you make lumpias out of you rolled up in lumpia wraps. And I use the same seasoning for the sauce too. So you dip it in the sauce, and people love it. People just love me making the sauce, So
I do love the sauce.
yeah, and then
I might have seen you order a side of sour cream and thrown that in there at a restaurant. We've eaten that before.
Yeah. No, I tell everybody I use the Trinity, so it's mayonnaise, ranch, and sour cream.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, do you ever make cracked chicken? Have you ever made cracked chicken?
No, but I saved the skin.
You guys don't know about cracked chicken? So I make cracked turkey. And what cracked turkey is you slather the whole entire turkey, cover it with mayonnaise so it gets golden and crispy. I bet you that'd be hell of better to put the seasoning in it with the mayonnaise and then slather the turkey so it's all crispy.
Yeah.
And taste what is it? It's like a Caribbean jerk style kind of flavor.
Oh, I don't know.
Carlos?
My seasoning. Yeah, it's a Caribbean style. I was trying to think that rubbing it with mayonnaise.
Did I just gross you out? It tastes so good.
No, it does. I can see that.
It's called crack because you can't get enough.
Dang.
Yeah. And if you're from the town, if you're from the town, Oakland, you smother it in mustard. But yeah, so that's your chicken. Yeah,
I like mustard on my ribs sometimes as a base.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, we're doing a cooking show tonight. Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Let me get my grill.
All right, let's change the name back to the Carlos Taco Show just for tonight.
Yeah, we could talk 2 hours.
We have fried spaghetti tonight, which is a Texas famous thing that Warren makes.
Yeah.
Where you take a pound of butter and fry your spaghetti in it.
Dang.
Oh, it's so good. So good. I know you guys, when I die, it's going to say, Mary Letts died happy of a heart attack.
Dang. I actually have to stop eating butter right now because my cholesterol is high. I'll put butter in
everything. We're going to go for walks, okay? We're going to go walking soon.
We're going walking because you know what I eat.
Right? Yeah.
I love food. I'm with y'all.
I love good food.
Me too.
I love good food.
Food is life, and I'm thankful and grateful that my mama taught me how to bake a turkey because we were able to feed folks, And
how many people shut up? Do you think?
Easy 20.
20. And you guys had what? 2, 3 turkeys?
It was one turkey. The other one was a no show.
Wait, you did it all by yourself?
The turkey.
She did her turkey. There was a ham. There was mac and cheese. There was collard greens. There was
spaghetti.
All right, guys. Let's talk about mac and cheese.
Nicole's
mac and cheese with jalapenos and grilled onions with cayenne pepper and garlic.
That's right up my alley.
Yeah. All right, just thought I'd let you know we need flavor.
What would you call it?
I call that delicious. That was when I was getting trained at AT&T 500 years ago. One of the guys there was a chef at his part-time, and that was the spices he had me put in my macaroni and cheese.
You said 500 years
ago.
Oh,
Shasta.
Mary's beep that. I don't have the beep thing.
I can't laugh. I'm gonna cough.
She muted herself. Anyway, yeah. I made a bunch of seasonings because and then gave them to Brianna to sell at her job. But they make real good stocking stuffers. But then I made 4, 8, and 16-ounce bottles. So Mary, your video froze too, so I'm the only one. Patty's coughing, Mary's frozen, and it's just me talking about food. Hey, welcome to the Carlos Taco Show. Oh, phone died, Mary said. Okay.
Sorry, I was like dying. Mary had me dying, laughing.
Oh, Sean wants to know if it's good on tacos. Yeah, it's good on tacos. So, the seasoning, like I said, was supposed to just be for chicken, but then I found out that I tried it on the other meats, all the meats, everything. Oh my God, it was good on everything. So then he's asking, what do you say here? Mac and cheese, hot dogs in it, also good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sean puts hot dogs in this mac and cheese.
In Mexican culture, papitas with weenies is a popular one. Fried papitas and with weenies.
With eggs.
Yeah. Hot dogs, yeah.
Yeah, we grew up with hot dogs with eggs and ketchup. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or a little salsa if we had it. And you know, if you're a true Mexican and you open that refrigerator and you see that butter jar in there, it's usually salsa.
You're right. I talked about this with somebody recently about, oh, you could use this for your jalapenos. I was like, oh, and it brought me back to, yeah, we would use the butter
My
container.
mom didn't throw nothing away. If we had that butter jar, she's like, you wouldn't toss that in the trash. No, mijo, look at it. And then she'd make she'd make chili, and then she'd roast those chilies so good, and like if you're sitting near the kitchen, your eyes would be all burnt. You'd be like, the sacrifices we made to eat some of the bomb chili that our parents made, though, you know. So, and then she bust out that molcajete. Just.
I'm gonna copy this.
Chile.
I'm gonna share this with our community advocates. See if anyone wants to join the convo. Accidentally put laughing at the link. I didn't mean to do that. My bad. I wasn't laughing at the link.
Right. We're supposed to have somebody on the show tonight, but
yes, and if she can make it, great. But
if not, the show must go on.
Yeah, I just shared it to some Reimagine Antioch folks, and I'll share it with Nicole. I love her insight on politics and.
Who's that? Arlington?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What else?
See what Frank's doing.
We're expecting.
No, we can always get people on the show real quick.
Oh yeah, we could talk all day. What do the people want to hear about? Let's talk about more updates. We passed a lot of tenant protections in the city of Antioch, and I'm so nervous that with the incoming leadership, maybe they'll put things in favor of the landlords, the owners, and not be so empathetic with the families. So scary times.
Right. Also, we got a storm coming up, right?
Dude, what's up with the storm, y'all? It's a big storm coming. I don't know if it's me tripping, but I take these things seriously, especially because my dad, that power line that smacked his front windshield, that was just somebody running into it. Remember the last time there was a storm and power lines fell, trees, people died in their houses because these trees fell through their roofs. So I
looked on about the storm, right, on TikTok, I think it was, and we're talking about the storm that's coming up, Mary. And I looked at it and I was like, damn, it looks kind of like, it looks crazy, you know. It's gonna be water and ice or snow, and then I started like I was a little concerned, but I was like, well, let me see the comments. So I go to the comments, and what are the people saying? They're saying, oh, that's just normal for us. We're in Cali. And I'm like, oh, okay. But everybody was saying it like, or it was normal for them. We're in Oregon, you know, it was like that's just a normal storm for us.
The storms?
Yeah.
I could see that normal in Oregon, and they're going to get it worse. They're going to get it worse. The big hit, but Also, the weight of the water can trigger an earthquake, and I know we're due for one, and that freaks me out too. Maybe I'm overreacting, but for our people to know, it's called a bomb cyclone. A bomb cyclone that is hitting our west coast. Hi, welcome, Nicole. We're just doing updates. We are talking right now. Hold on, sorry. Yes?
Can you guys read lips? I am sending.
Wait, are we supposed to be talking? I'm thinking about hot dogs and my mac and cheese now.
Sorry, I was spelling maybe. 8 trillion gallons. 8 trillion gallons in California. Nicole, we were just talking about like the storm and the impact on our communities, and we did cover your amazing event this evening, Feeding Our Houses folks. And just, it was amazing. It was beautiful. And thank you for allowing us to be a part of it. But yeah, no, it's a bomb cyclone and it's showering 8 trillion gallons in California. And yeah, so there's like mudslides, flood warnings, but mostly up north. Still, it's going to be a lot of rain out here and it's going to be cold. And I would have liked for our city or county to put something out, hey, by the way, we will have this shelter opened, or hey, we may have sandbags like they've done in the past. Mayor Thorpe was amazing at it.
Or where to get sandbags.
Where to get sandbags.
We reached out to them to no response. And I know the first thing they're going to say is, well, we need people to do it. Well, you know what? I'll volunteer for the week. So, throwing that out there.
Yes.
I mean, I have no problem staying there. I did it a few years back when everybody thought Antioch was going to. And then I stayed at the CLC. Yeah.
Also, a few years back, I had 18 tiles come off my roof. And I have those heavy, heavy, heavy concrete tiles. So if we have it like we had a few years back, we're screwed.
Yeah, there were complexes. We have deteriorating roofs. Thank you. Yes, there's got to be a plan in place because it's going to be wet for through Saturday, supposedly. But
yeah,
there's wear and tear, and legally, morally, ethically, landlords are supposed to maintain properties. But given the culture of not giving a damn and just solely focused on collecting the rent, not fixing the mold issues, the rats, the roaches. There are families out here living in those conditions. And when mold, it's done. Like that, my son had to move. Him and his dad had to move out of an apartment, but they had the privilege and the credit to be able to move out. I suffer from chronic bronchitis, and in that mold, it would instantly trigger the deep wheeze.
Yeah.
And so, let's do something for these families and our people on the streets and like what. But again, maybe it's not going to be that bad.
And it wasn't just affecting the houseless and the low income though this time too, because I remember I was working at Lowe's when it was happening last year, and people were coming in the droves from all the new housing that's built on the hill without the reinforcement, and the water that was coming down into their yards and onto their houses.
Hey Nicole, check your messenger. I just sent you the link if you want to jump on. Wow. Jump on with us tonight.
Dang, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I saw the satellite video of it. Yeah, winds going like this, and then you saw like the little.
Yeah, how could they don't understand that California's not built for that. We haven't had any water absorbed into our soil or anything for years. They're
saying we're gonna get 13 inches of rain.
21.
It's in the 20s.
Yeah, it's higher than that. Yeah. And you got to think about that this way.
Last report
where we live in California is in the middle of a watershed, and we are in an under-maintained watershed that has regular damage from just driving on it. But we also
Have your
have
camera off.
beavers that are out there digging holes in like the aquifers and stuff. And if those get filled up, those are going to crack too. So we have infrastructure problems.
Hell.
Right? And we have clay soil, so nothing gets absorbed. And there's some areas that planned for it, but like Martinez, they fled for years and years and years and years, and they've got all this like flood diversion and everything. But you still see people out there wakeboarding on the back of trucks in parking lots. So I don't know how well that flood diversion's working. Have you seen the videos of it doing the wakeboarding in the back of parking lots?
Yes.
Off of trucks, yeah.
Yes.
So we're just not ready. We're not used to that much water.
We shall see.
Yeah. We'll
How
see.
about that sunrise this morning?
Oh wow, I saw it too.
Should we share it?
Yeah, share the sunrise.
I'll send you it, Carlos. It was beautiful, and we shared it on the Antioch Rants and Raves, and everyone in our city, like so many people in our little city, shared their experience and their pictures.
I love it when they do that.
It was
I
beautiful.
love it. A few years ago, we shared a picture that some construction workers took of the underside of the Antioch Bridge. And then all of a sudden, everybody was like, that's not in our city. That's too pretty. And then everybody was showing all their pictures of our Antioch Bridge. And our Antioch Bridge is a little scary. It looks like a mountain. You go up over the top of it. You're hoping not to fall off the edges. But it's beautiful. That whole area is beautiful.
I love that bridge. I used to tell my son, hey, mijo, we're flying into the sky. That's what it looks like.
It does. It gives me nightmares, but it is beautiful. Like if it's on a day where there's not a lot of cars on it and this, you're not stuck in traffic, I'm good.
So that's why Antioch is beautiful. We got the water, we got the sky. I suffer from anxiety. A lot of us do out here. My compadre here, we all suffer from trauma anxiety, but our surrounding area really helps me. Like I'll just crack my window open and I can hear the birds chirp. Just hearing the birds chirp and seeing the sunrises, and we can go to the Delta and go.
Well, have you been noticing we've had bird migrations right now too? Where they'll be like so in my backyard, I live in like a forest. My own little Antioch forest. I was sitting out there and the birds would come and they would do these like spins up in the air. And then it would be, oh God, wow. It's better in the big screen.
It was beautiful. Wow.
But they come and they do these little circles, and like first it'll be like the crows, then it will be like the medium-sized birds, and now it's all the little tiny birds.
Nice.
There are tons of tiny birds.
Tons of them. I know they're like these itty bitty little things.
Yeah.
The ones in my neighborhood are purple. What color are yours?
They look dark, and their chirping has changed. I think they're growing because first it was like little squeaks, and now it's just so cute. They're little musical calls.
They're adorable. It's so much fun. And we have so many things that happen in Antioch that like the rest of the area has, like all the little bunnies and stuff. Do you ever go on the trails and there's just like trillions of little bunnies?
So cute.
And then we have like all the different egrets going down the creeks and in the pelicans at Contra Loma.
Oh yeah, those things are
we got stuff that other places don't have.
We have an amazing ecosystem in our little
I ain't
city.
never seen no pelicans out here.
You haven't seen the pelicans? You got to go up to Contra Loma. They're up there right now. I was there. I was there last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was there last week.
I see the naked tarantulas over at Mount Diablo.
Oh, hell no.
Wait, no, this isn't tarantula
By the
season.
thousands.
They're hibernating now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're hibernating now.
Heck no.
We'll go look for tarantulas in September.
Yeah.
When it's hella hot outside. And they're
Mm-mm.
the size of like freaking dinner plates.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you. No.
You guys don't like that?
No.
No, I'm good.
No
Darn.
spiders for me. No gracias.
No
I
gracias.
can't even watch Arachnophobia.
Beautiful. I think they're beautiful though. The arachnids, they
Oh
are.
yeah.
They're cool. The biggest ones that I've seen were like in Missouri. Like the bugs in Missouri were like
The
on
bugs in
steroids.
Missouri are terrifying.
They're on
Damn.
steroids.
Yeah, and their prairie dogs that run through the fields look like they need to go on a diet. You see their fat jiggling as they run. They look like inchworms with like their rolls going.
Oh, what part of
Missouri is a trip.
what part of Missouri did you visit or?
Fort Leonard Wood.
Oh, that's right. You're
Yeah. And I had my
Arnold.
hotel that made me feel like I was in the middle of Blair Witch.
Oh my gosh, I
No,
know.
it was so crazy.
Ugh,
And
yeah.
do you know how bad I am at geography? I just realized or I was just told recently, oh, that's in the Appalachian Mountains. And I was like, what? I don't know if it is. So somebody's got to have to look it up on the map and tell me if that's true.
Yeah, no, that sounds like it's in Europe or something. I've been to the Hindu Kush Mountains,
Where are the Hindu Kush Mountains?
like Afghanistan, Pakistan, east.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is indeed Appalachian Mountains, often called Appalachians, are a mountain range in eastern to northeastern North America.
Is Fort Leonard Wood in the Appalachian Mountains?
Oh, images. Yeah, because Leonard, Missouri's northeast. Northeast.
And they have these big giant rats there too that are like the size of small animals, small dogs. They're like 3 feet long.
Missouri. Where is? No way. That is creepy. West Virginia, Mississippi.
I've been to
Alabama.
Virginia.
It's beautiful out there. Yeah, no, Appalachian Mountains is definitely not in Missouri.
Good. Because I was like thinking to myself, I think I would have remembered if I went to the Appalachian Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't feel like such a bonehead.
No, you're right. Your instincts were correct.
Yeah.
Someone gave me this today. Just in case you have forgotten, turn this card over.
Crap. Look. Hey.
Hello. We're just reading something that you are creating. You know her?
Yes.
She came through with this message of the day so we're sharing it out to our community. And that is, we are all created in the image of likeness of God. We are wonderful, excellent, and absolutely marvelous. So just show up like Miss Tamisha Torres just showed up right now, okay? And,
I think I met her at a bar once because I have that same card.
oh,
We were hugging by the end of the night. I told her she's my new best friend.
Yeah, she has a
Yeah. I love Miss T.
Yeah, she was awesome. I showed up at the wrong place, I guess, and nobody was there yet, and she just is like, come sit with us.
Yeah, she was today at the outreach Thanksgiving dinner put on by.
So Tamisha, you missed us. We all decided that we love you because you're awesome and you're smart.
Thank you.
Yep. That's your introduction. This is Tamisha Torres Walker. She's awesome and smart, and she lives in Antioch. She wears some really big hats around here.
Fearless.
Forgive me for hopping on a little late. I'm always thinking Thursday for you guys. I don't know why. And then,
it used to be Thursdays.
It was Thursday for a whole year.
Yeah, and then I don't know if y'all know, but the West Contra Costa School Board meeting is happening right now. And Stige, which is a predominantly Black elementary school in West Contra Costa, got shut down. And the school got shut down because it wasn't habitable or environmentally safe for students. And so, but the challenge is, like, it's a predominantly Black elementary school. the district has known for years that there have been funding to actually redevelop the school site, but they never prioritized the school site. So it displaced these elementary school students to a junior high school campus.
Oh,
And
wow.
now the portables that they are in is without heat, and they had a gas leak this week.
Oh, my God.
And so the community is up in
Yeah.
arms and demanding that some bond money, I think it's, don't quote me on this, but maybe 77 million in bond dollars actually go to redevelop this elementary school, which exists in a predominantly Black community. And so parents and students and advocates are all on this meeting and are saying, like, invest in our students. And elementary school students shouldn't have to be on the same campus with junior high school students. So that
Yeah.
means this meeting has been going on for a while. But thank you, Carlos, for tapping me and saying, "Hey, we on."
You're welcome.
Because you know I have wear all kinds of hats. I'm all over the East Bay, and you know my activism and advocacy takes me a lot of places. But I'm in here in Antioch. So what's going on, you guys?
Well, we salute you for all of your work and busyness and squeezing us into your schedule. One time I was like, Miss Tamisha, can I get on your schedule? And then you showed me your calendar. I was like, oh, like that's the level of organizing and just boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I'll get there one day, but yes.
My calendar is insane. It's straight sanity. Even when I was on sabbatical, my calendar was still insane. And I heard you all talking about the atmospheric river, the storms, unhoused.
Yeah, we were talking about that. You know what one of our biggest question is, and I know Nicole's going to reach out and talk to the resident coordinator, in-house resident coordinator tomorrow. Why are we not opening we have 2 community centers. Why are we not opening up those during these wet times for our houseless communities and the kids and stuff that don't have a place to go after school because of the parents not being around because they're working? I mean, I don't know that people want to mix homeless people with kids, but I'm sure a lot of the kids are also homeless.
So I haven't got an update on that yet, but I will let you all know that it's pretty frustrating to get communications in this city, even for council members. And so during the summer, I wouldn't find out that there was a cooling shelter or anything until I seen it on Facebook. So it's not, so that's always been something I think we need to work on, is like making sure that those communications also come to us as council members, and that we don't have to find out last minute where to tell people to go, because it's pretty unfortunate. What I will say about the community centers is those are public spaces. Our collective tax dollars pay for those spaces, and those spaces should be open and available to the public, whether it is warming centers for the homeless, for unhoused folks, cooling for centers for the unhoused folks in the summer, as well as for after school programs potentially, or just safe spaces for young people to go after school when there might not be an adult or a caregiver home. And I don't really understand where all that is. Mostly I don't even really know what happens at the Nick Rodriguez Center as much. I think more of like senior programming, whereas I do see some young people at the community center over by Deer Valley.
Oh yeah, my kids go there after school.
During after school hours, but it's also like just me again kind of centering in on District 1, which even in our housing element said we have communities here in District 1 segregated from services, poor working class people, and it's just like where do we go? And so I'm sure I'll be able to get some questions tomorrow, but I wish I would have had answers for those questions today, given that
you don't need to know them today. The
Well,
rain
it was
didn't come today like it was supposed to. We still
well,
got tomorrow.
I thought it was gonna come today because I was like
Yeah.
scrambling. I live in an old house, leaks, whatever. You don't know what might happen.
Mice.
Yeah, mice. The one of the supervisors are sending out announcements about where you could go to get sand and sandbags
Oh,
for
good.
flood and stuff like
Where
that.
are they sending it to?
So I got an email from Supervisor Diane Burgess, who actually
Okay.
represents 80% of Antioch voters. So when we
Nice.
start talking about those Measure X dollars for a youth center in Antioch, we really need to be talking about
Well, that's who
engagement.
I need to go be buddies with.
Yes.
Okay.
Supervisor
You guys want to go make new friends with me?
Yes.
Let's go make new friends.
Oh.
She actually sends out a newsletter with all of this information. It hit my email today, and so I'm planning on sharing that information with the public. So
You know what I'm also curious about? Why don't we have somebody that does social media and the website that puts out these announcements for Antioch?
They're doing better. I give them
No.
I give them a D compared to 2020. They
All right,
had
they can have a D.
a D plus.
No.
I mean,
No.
the city of Antioch has never really been great with communications. Let's be honest.
Right.
It has gotten better, but when you have staff running communications and also wearing other hats, it could be very challenging. The one department we have in the city, I mean, well, there are a handful of departments. I might say Parks and Recs and the police department have the most robust communication strategies, but that's due to like historical lacking of investment in other departments or just to increase better communications as a whole across the city. And I'm sure that's something we need to work on, like language justice.
Yeah.
Where translation should be available at every council meeting, whether somebody requests it or not.
I think they should also have closed captioning at the meetings too.
I heard that there were some challenges with closed caption, and that's also an ability issue.
We need to bring back
those
Zoom.
screens right up behind your faces that could have closed captioning the whole time.
That is absolutely true. And I remember mentioning language justice when I first came to the council and access, which is why I was against eliminating Zoom. Some cities have figured out how to keep it in place. Even school districts have, which is how I was able to be in 2 meetings at once, right?
That's skills.
So hopefully we have a new, a new outlook on.
Well, we have a new city manager that's got probably more current century ideas.
That's the whole, but you all have to remember that the vote to end Zoom was a vote of the city council, which
so we have to have a new city council vote.
which I voted against. And so it really would take a vote of the city council to undo that and allow Zoom to come back. I could see the challenges. People were like, we don't, didn't want to have people calling in. I think some council members were like, people shouldn't just be able to call into the meetings and
impersonating people
and like talking crap to the council with no accountability. I think the challenge is that like that's the public's right to engage, and there are parameters around free speech by which a person cannot just threaten you or use harmful or violent language. There can absolutely be parameters. You can cut people off if they too belligerent. There's a lot of things that you can do. I spent 2 years in that seat with people calling in from all over the Bay Area, calling me everything but a child of God, and I still voted to keep Zoom. So I hope we can have another vote for that and bring it back.
Yeah.
Well, how do we ask to have it put on the agenda? Can I write an email?
Yeah, you can.
Hey, can I start a petition?
We need to start a petition.
Yeah. I think a
petition.
Let's do it.
I think a petition.
Hey, Tanisha, I was at an event for before the school district. You know, before we had our election, and we got Olga and Dee put on the school board, and both of them seemed like they were on board with making sure that families that include people that have served time should be allowed to make their children feel important too. And they're going to look into that for me. And I'm going to keep on top of it. And I told them about my experience in the Martinez Unified School District, how they didn't check backgrounds on all the parents. They only did it for, they'd had a certain amount of parents that had to be there that were cleared, and everybody else was allowed to come. And
I'm glad you're looking into
they
that.
sounded like they wanted it. And I think that's probably what, my fourth time going up and like bugging the hell out of people. And I'm on a mission.
I mean, look who is about to be our president over the next 4 years. This should not be an issue.
No, it should not be an issue, and I'm going to bring that up.
I'm gonna just be clear. I'm gonna be a sore thumb until that sore thumb. I don't want to hear nothing else about a background check.
For housing, not only the president, his whole cabinet. Voting. I mean, they're all dirty.
I'm like, you have lost the moral high ground.
Yeah, there's no moral high ground anymore.
I'm just saying, there's like, we can't get no lower than this, right? So I'm just putting it out there. But I mean, so we have, you know, a lot to think about.
We do have a lot to think about.
Well, a lot of concerns that I have is like, there are people out here that targeted amazing elected officials like yourself, Miss Monica, usually Black people. That's what they did for hella long. And so I'm seeing in the things like, oh, Monica and Tamisha's next. Like, dang, y'all, slow down. For the record, how long will you continue to be our District 1 leader in the city of Vanguard?
Well, I'm up for re-election in 2026, but this is what I will say. I grew up in Deep Sea Central Richmond. I am not afraid of anybody. And I'm a fighter. And I think that like fear mongering and like these extreme calls around reverse racism and you know, people were saying, like, somebody literally sent me a screenshot of somebody saying make Antioch great again, right?
And it's a new one. They did this.
Oh, is it no longer dated 1941?
Right. It's a new comment, right? And so what I want to say about all of this is that the voters of District 1 will continue to decide who they want to represent them, and that's a part of democracy, and I will respect that. I've respected it every time and have also ran 2 campaigns, one for election and one for re-election, without having to attack my opponent, right? I don't think that I'm worried about that in this moment. People are saying, oh, I just won't have a voice. I had a voice before I moved to Antioch 10 years ago. I have a voice now. I have a local voice, a county,
international,
regional, international, statewide, national. I have a voice, right? I will always have my voice, as well as you all and other people in the community. That is our God gave it to us, right? There are many different languages and we use them all to represent ourselves. So I will never be voiceless. It doesn't matter whether I'm on the council or not, or who is on the council, right? People are wondering, where am I? I am in the community. I'm always in the community. Just because you don't see me on the news or you don't see me on social media does not mean that I'm not in the community. I have been in Sycamore and left right before a shooting happened, right? I could have literally been there when a shooting happened because I'm always there.
Right.
I'm not afraid to be in the community. I just want the community to be safe, right?
Mhm.
So what I'm saying is that what's more important for us right now is to consider what is the next 2 years of my leadership going to look like. And I've always done this in community with you all. I rarely ever make decisions without engaging community that is willing to engage me, right?
Right.
And what's more important right now than ever is for us to be thinking about the total shock to our documented and undocumented neighbors right now.
Yeah, we were talking about
like,
that.
what do we need to be doing locally as residents, as neighbors, and as local leaders about making sure that we are a sanctuary city, because we are in a sanctuary county. And right now, I believe only Richmond, El Cerrito, Concord, and one other city in this county is classified as a sanctuary city. Now, let's be clear, being a sanctuary city does not mean that people won't be able to come in from the outside and seek out people. What it would mean is that our local law enforcement and our sheriff in sanctuary counties and sanctuary cities will not be, participating or partnering with ICE or any other entity to seek out our neighbors, right? We do have that local authority. And I think it's more important now than ever because we're seeing progressively a police department that is getting better. That is only because of the work that we've done over the last 4 years around police accountability, transparency, and having policing services that are non-biased and that is serving all our residents equitably, right?
Right.
Because of that 4 years of work, we are seeing a better police presence. We have accountability with the civilian oversight body that has been aggressively working to look at policies and working with the chief to address some of the challenges up front that still remain. And if it wasn't for that work over the last 4 years, we wouldn't even be where we are now, where we at least have a police department that we can reasonably trust.
Right.
With all of our lives, right? With our communities, with our children, right? Because we all are in community together.
Right.
Now that we have gotten this far over the next 4 years, the question is the newly elected council going to move forward with that progress or regress backwards? Will the new
Stonewall
or Stonewall or slow walk? But I think we have to give them a chance. We have to give everybody a chance. I'm a believer in second chances.
Yeah.
And we cannot slow walk protections for documented and undocumented immigrants in the city of Antioch, given the potential of like this very scary administration, right? We need a local commitment to our neighbors. And I might get some backlash for saying that. And I mean, it is what it is. Free Palestine. There's still a whole genocide going on that people were afraid to address up front that got us to where we are now. And we can't sacrifice anybody. Everybody in the city of Antioch, surrounding cities, and just in our general communities globally, life, it matters, right?
Right.
So I think like for me and us, over the next 2 years of my term, I don't know what we can predict for the future, is that we should mobilize, organize, be in community, and fight to keep our families together. And I think that's going to be more important than we could have ever imagined in this moment, given what we experienced in the last administration of this particular president. How do we need to position ourselves to continue progress in Antioch is really important.
Indeed. Well, we'd have a lot of healing to do. Thank you for dropping all of that knowledge. We can go on and on. We still have 6 minutes. We have a healing event coming up, Miss Tamisha. We
When?
have Dope Era, December 21st. Unk from Dope Era, he's doing like a Pray Around the Bay events, and Antioch and Pittsburgh is next. So, cordially inviting you and leadership and faith leaders to come through on the 21st. And it should be a wholesome, healing resources.
And regular everyday people?
All of us.
Okay.
Maybe we'll dance. I don't know, but yes. The 21st.
Well, that's great, because maybe you all could leave from there and come to our District 1 holiday party. That will also have resources, gifts for children, food, for our community, that is happening that same day. And so, you could either leave there and come there, or come there and go there, but a lot is
Patty, that's when you get out your press and we make our t-shirts.
Yeah, a lot is going to be happening in December. We are going to be working with She Ready. Anybody remember She Ready?
Oh, yes.
She Ready is going to be working with the Antioch Youth Council to put on a She Ready event here in Antioch on December 14th.
I'm really digging the Antioch Youth Council. I feel like they come up and they've got some good questions. They've got some good reports.
Yeah.
And I love it that one kid, he's not a kid anymore, came and talked about how he was on the youth council and he's in his 30s now.
Yeah, we have to protect
and encourage
their power building and keep them encouraged, given
No.
That
came and talked about the water increases.
It's real challenging for me to be a part of the national, what is it? The NAACP. But they have a critique if you don't try, right? And so, given that I've tried, the critiques will be coming. But I think right now I'm most concerned about youth power and youth development and youth leadership.
Yeah.
And so I'm more than happy to work with and support the youth council specifically, and during the remainder of my term. And so whatever we can do to continue to lift up their leadership, I'm in support of that. So December 14th, more information will be coming out soon. She Ready comes to Antioch in partnership with NAACP Youth Council.
Okay. And there's some powerful youth coming out of Pittsburgh too, out of people who care. There's a whole corner out there and they're ready to activate, and they want to be able to vote at a certain age. And so they're ready to link up with Antioch. So we'll be having youth bridging, and the power is coming to our youth for sure.
I think all our cities should just lower the voting age. Because at this point, they're the only ones making sense right now.
Right? I'm really noticing that the kids are really conscious of everybody now. Like, if I say something, my kids are like, "Why are you judging?" And I'm like, "I didn't even realize I was. Thank you for telling me." And Richmond has the youngest city council member ever, don't they?
We did.
I met him.
Yeah, we actually had two. One was a Latina. And then Demless was an African American. They both were super talented, and it gave them an opportunity to go from organizing and activism to the city council to continue to cut their teeth on democracy. More young people should run for office. I don't think you could be too young. Well, if you're under 18.
But we change that though, Tamisha. We can change it.
We should, but I think more young people should be encouraged to come to these seats. And so, I'm more than happy to be a part of that encouragement here in the city of Antioch, for sure.
That's why we love you. You represent everyone. Thank you for your time tonight. Mary, what you got to say? I saw you.
I just saw the video that Carlos has, and I'm hoping for a last 30 seconds.
Oh, I didn't see.
Did you do it, Carlos?
What? Oh, I didn't even upload the video. Is that the one Nicole sent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should
No,
do a
I
last
didn't.
30 seconds because that's how we opened up. We were foodies at the beginning of this meeting.
Talking about
Tonight.
food.
We
Yeah, I
decided to
didn't.
talk
I didn't
about
upload
food.
it.
Patty cooked her first turkey today.
My first turkey solo. Because I've done it with my mom. I've done it
In
with
the
my
oven?
friend. I did it solo in the oven by myself. Lifted that thing, flipped that thing, like did the butter. Oh my god, it was so good.
It was
But
good.
First
I
time
liked
my
it.
friend made a turkey, she thought it was done and it was raw.
Ew.
I was like, Thanksgiving is never happening in the show house again.
Medium rare.
Went by the
Yeah,
color of the
medium rare.
skin.
Right.
you gotta use the
Oh, God.
little red popper, the little red button things. As soon as that thing pops out,
Yeah, the butter
you gotta
balls.
put it
They have
in
those
the
poppers that
part.
come out.
Look,
Yeah, I
I'm
have
gonna
this
have
really
to
cool
make y'all.
digital
I'm gonna have to
thermometer.
make
It's a lot
y'all
safer.
some Durham, North Carolina chopped barbecue. My grandmama used to make it. I'm gonna have to make y'all some. It's spicy and it's so good.
No, and I love spice.
We'll have
I
a
love
special show for that.
Yeah, we'll do
Well, you know,
we'll do
that's like-
another reenactment of the Carlos Taco Show.
Let's
so
do
we
a
can talk
potluck.
that's why us Latinas always look so young. You know, we eat all that
Right.
spice. keep eating that spice.
Right.
I eat a lot of spice too. What's wrong with me?
That's wisdom, Mary.
You can tell I'm 49, right?
You're in your 30s. You're in your 17s. Mary's been going to the bars, having fun, and
You say you're 49?
Yep. I'll be 49
No.
next month.
You are not 49.
Next month, I'm 49.
Wow.
I know, I'm hella old.
No,
I'm
that
almost
is
as
not.
old as Carlos.
She's catching
Next
up.
year, I'm going to take
51.
senior knitting classes with him at Nick Rodriguez.
Y'all look too
Right.
young.
And then we'll be at the senior center soon.
See, I'm already there.
Send out my walker. I'm going to get it all tricked out.
Bedazzle. I'm gonna bedazzle my
Spinner hubcaps on
The
it.
culture has gotten better at the senior center, so y'all might like it.
cracking over
Oh,
there.
that was my first meeting that I ever went to at City Council was when they were fighting about whether or not let Antioch Rec take over the senior center. And I swear to God, I'm just going to say this, and I hope to God I don't offend the ladies that I'm going to talk about right now. But that group came in with all their purple dresses and their long gray and white straggly hair. And all I could think of is, where the hell did this coven come from?
I remember that.
I know. I think I asked you. I said, Patty, I think there's a coven at the city
You
council.
did it. The covenant. Legit.
They look like witches to me. I was like, what the hell?
And there are Wiccans out here. There's different kinds.
I mean, and it's fine.
Yeah. But
They scared me.
I remember.
I was like literally scared.
Wow. I didn't even notice that. I think my first 2 years on council was like a blur.
Well, you weren't on city council yet when I went to my first meeting. So maybe that's why you missed that site.
Oh, because they were still fighting.
Check this out. When I went to city council the first time,
when I came, they were still fighting when I came. That's why.
Oh yeah, that was a long time fight.
Yeah.
And then that cute old man came in that was in his 90s, and he talked about being bullied. I think that was the first time Antioch saw me cry. Now you guys see me cry weekly.
Yes, we do, because you have a big heart and you empathize.
I think it might be my old lady hormones kicking in.
No, we got to be advocates for our parents and our aging community.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of support. We need a commission on aging in Antioch.
I love it. We need to get the people that do the Brentwood Senior Center into the Antioch, because they do dancing. And this one lady showed me the quilt she made, and that was some impressive work.
That's community.
Yeah, we need stuff. I'm sure we do stuff like that. Carlos, can you attest for that?
What's that for the
Have you seen any of the stuff that they're doing besides the sugar skulls? Have you done any extra other classes?
Oh, the art over at the senior center?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they have the art class on Monday and Wednesday. Was checking that. Well, I was doing that when I was getting ready for the Day of the Dead. But I saw, man, they got some talent in there though, you know. I was like, man. And the
And they're
instructor
really
there,
nice.
she's
They
really
let us be
good.
seniors at 50.
Yeah.
Today I went
wanna
over there.
Are
Today I
you
went
ready to
over
be
there.
50 with us?
What happened?
She wants to be 50 with us so she can do some of those classes too.
Girl, you just come. It's not today. I went over there just to do some work, and they had a ukulele class, and they were singing Christmas songs.
Oh,
And if you follow me on Instagram, you can see I made a video. I put mixed
Well, I want to
emotions.
learn how to play the ukulele.
yeah. I'll need somebody to knit me a trench coat with a hood. So, you know.
My belt is getting
colors the
fatter.
hood? Like dark purple, royal.
Yes.
What color is it?
Yes.
I love
She got a
it.
matrix trench.
Maybe I could come over, Mary. You can measure me.
We could try to do it.
Yeah.
When I started doing that, I started knitting this on the show over the summer. And Carlos goes, "What are you making there? A belt?" It's taking me a long time, but I'm doing it.
Your patchwork is fire. I saw Carlos's patches in the update.
I hate that blanket he has me sew on with because it frays.
So talented.
The serape blanket.
I'm gonna learn how to make that. That blanket is gonna be my bitch. Show what Patty's talking about.
Oh,
Carlos,
where's my jacket at? Oh, it's right here.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
You got to see what he had me do for him. And his blanket is a Mexican blanket, like the traditional one. And they're so loosely knit together that when you cut them, they fray.
Oh, it's a serape, yeah. And the patch is coming off. I gotta get this sucker sold on. The Aslan patch.
Oh yeah,
that's nice.
And then this side.
Oh, that's nice.
And I did his vest, the back side of his vest too.
Look at you.
I know I'm getting all crafty over here. I bet you guys didn't know I did costuming either.
No.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
If I can work with the fabric and it doesn't fight me too much, I can do anything. If not, I got Gorilla Glue.
She does. But yeah, I need some more on mine.
All right. And my Gorilla Glue is awesome. It's got a paintbrush.
Well, it's a little over that time. Let's
Is that video uploaded, Carlos?
Yeah.
No, that was I didn't upload it. Let me see here. You guys keep talking. I give you guys some homework to do.
Will
you guys
we be
do some
on
homework?
You
guys want to look up something while I'm uploading the video?
Well, I can share it on the Facebook feed too. But
we're good for
I really want to urge people, Antioch residents, anybody who's watching, to get the word out. We really need to get in communication with our supervisors. The Measure X funding for the youth centers is like they are working so quickly to vote on where those funds are gonna go. And if Antioch, my fear is that if Antioch youth and families and caregivers and advocates don't start writing letters to Diane Burgess, Supervisor Burgess, Supervisor Glover, that Antioch will once again get overlooked for these very critical resources. I got a presentation from a gentleman, and it was about a state-of-the-art Dream Youth Center in Antioch. And if anybody's ever been to the Rise Center in Richmond, it's beautiful. It is a beautiful place for young people. We could have that here in Antioch if we fight for it. But if we don't fight for it, that money could easily jump over.
It's gonna be like everything else where we're too slow and we lose out.
It's gonna go for sure.
Hey, Patty, let's find the address and make a graphic. that we could share.
We need the dates, the graphic, easy peasy.
We can write a form letter and they can check off what we want.
Yeah, I'm trying to get information right now from the Measure Steering Committee. So once I find that information, I'll share it with you all. But we need letter writing, we need emails, we need text message. We need people to really hit up, mostly Supervisor Diane Burgess, since she really represents over 80% of Antioch voters. Because I get wanting to bring more resources to Brentwood, and Antioch has been overlooked for so long via county resources. It would be unfortunate if we let this opportunity to have a $5 million investment in our youth.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm not gonna knock anybody out again. I'm doing really bad. I'm saying what I feel today. But I was at a meeting and somebody did say to me, I'm not gonna say who it was, but Patty knows. She said, we were talking about a youth center, and she goes, well, how are we gonna represent Brentwood's youth? And I said, how are we? Do we care? I was thinking Pittsburgh and Antioch. I'm not thinking Brentwood, where they've got stuff to do already. And I might have told her that in public. Just
I think the unfortunate piece is that it's clear where the disparity is. And the fact that we will keep having conversations that aren't tied to and centered in the disparity around resources for young people, and we know that is Antioch, is heartbreaking.
Antioch charges the youth to even play at the basketball courts here. I mean, that's what I heard, and I'm like, no, really?
Yeah. I think when people say, what about Pittsburgh youth? What about Brentwood youth? I think all youth are important and should be invested in. And historically, Antioch has not been invested in. And I think in this moment, we should be told to our faces that our young people aren't worth the investment. And the only way that that's going to happen is if we engage our supervisors. And really have them say it themselves, so that then we know when the next election happens who shouldn't be representing us.
Yes, I agree with you.
So we're mobilizing the youth. Let's take them to the county, provide them with the tools they need, just like we've been doing with our workshops. We're going to continue workshops, and that's making these decision-making spaces accessible. It's just so important. And it sucks because it's during school hours, but
I think we need to make more community meetings accessible too. I think there needs to be more city hall, or not city hall, but town hall meetings where people, even if there's not a council member there, to just sit down and kind of put things together, like what each district or neighborhood wants.
Nicole's got
look at the HOA that came in with their 80 members. You know, other neighborhoods can do that too. And we can, you know, mobilize and tell people what we want happening here.
Yeah. People will show up to protect capital, but they will rarely show up to protect people. And we have to change that culture.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Well, we should show them the demographics that LMC shared with us of the at-risk youth that don't go on to college, and explain to them that we're protecting that capital by investing in them and making it so that Antioch will be a place where Google will want to come, because we'll have educated people, we'll have people doing their parts, and we'll have this shiny little pretty city with a beautiful, diverse community.
Yep.
That's my goal. I'm not running for anything though.
Not yet, but if you did,
that's what they all say. I said it.
Yep.
Clearly, I didn't listen to myself. But I've enjoyed my time here. You know, I'm not going nowhere.
Good.
Good.
Well, you got your supporters. I'm behind you. You need me to walk you to your car? I'm there. I'm tough, you know.
Mary, your presence is amazing.
All right, so we have sad news. We can't share the video because we had a little technical difficulty in the background, but I will be sharing it on our Facebook page tonight. And I highly recommend that every person that's a fan on our page goes and checks out the little videos that we get in the community. And I love it that you guys are following us, but if you don't like us, we don't get to go videotape anything live. So you need to like our pages so that the powers that be that own these social media platforms will let us go cover live. So people don't go, oh, when is that? You know, because we posted it 3 hours after the event ended. So please go like our Facebook, our Insta, and of course YouTube, so that we can keep providing fantastic content and letting all these wonderful voices you hear heard every single week. And hopefully you will be the person that wants to come and share your story next week. Reach out to us and we'll get you on the show.
Yes.
Wow. And thank you to Misha again for being the most awesome guest that we love to have here.
So no problem. Thank y'all. Want to give a shout out to Facing Homelessness in Antioch, Team Jesus, Panthers, Elite Cheers, and all the other people I didn't mention who are really standing 10 toes down right now. This is going to be some challenging winter weather. And I hope to see you all at the next city council meeting to really press us to hold to our commitment to keep people safe this winter.
We'll be there.
Right.
Indeed.
Can I give a shout out? I want to give a shout out.
Not you.
To our neighbor city, Pittsburgh High. I want to give them a shout out. Some of the people reached out to me. They need help. You know, looks like they're in the finals, but they need help to get over there. So they need help with a fundraiser or something, you know. So maybe, you know, if anybody from Pittsburgh out there, you know, reach out to them, see what we can do, you know. I'd love to be a part of that too. Let's get them.
Is this their football team?
Yeah, they did awesome. If you missed one of their games, whew.
Yeah, tell them to put a GoFundMe together. I don't know how they're raising dollars. Send me the link. I'll donate.
Yeah,
I will too.
I'll reach out to them in the morning.
I'll share it. A little tight right now. But sharing is caring.
It's gonna be pretty tight till 2028.
You're right.
I'm gonna go back to the army.
If they let you come back.
You guys are working in your bunkers, right?
I know. I'm done. Now I can say what I want to say. I love it here.
Because you know, there's some crazy things. Put up that Christmas tree. Nothing makes sense anymore. Just do it. Do what you want.
Yeah, nothing makes sense. Nothing.
No. And with that, we're gonna cue the music.
God bless our community. Your voices. Join us. If you have an issue, want to raise some amazing things, come through. This is a space for it.
And tune in again. What's that?
See you next week.
Yeah, every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and show your love and tell somebody about it. Okay. So with that, I want to say peace, love, God bless, and we're out of here.
Good night.
Good night.